Hello and welcome to my next smartwatch review. Today we have the HT17 Smartwatch. Now I ordered this with the ad revenue generated from this channel. The box came a little bit smashed in the mail. It was put in an envelope and the cover did not fare well. But I am going to show you what comes out of the box. Give you my first impressions, and I'm going to go charge this up, wear it for several days, and come back with my full, fair, and honest review. Here we have an instruction manual or user guide. This watch, I don't know much about it, but it does have sort of a built-in flashlight. So we have the user guide. We have a magnetic charging cable that will snap onto the back of the watch via a couple, two prongs here with a magnetic action to stick that on there. We have the watch itself, which let's see what this is going to look like on the wrist. Hey, that's not bad. This came with the green band, olive drab. It's a good looking watch. Let me peel this protective film cover off the front. All right. And let me see if there's one on the back. Oftentimes there's one covering the sensors. There is not in this case. Let me press the button and see if anything turns on. There we go. It came on. And I'm going to show you something here in a second because it turned on the little flashlight on the side. And that, like I said, that's one of the unique features of this watch. I'm going to press, well, there's the light button. I don't know how to turn that on. I'm guessing I'm going to have to set this up and bind it with the watch. But there you go. That's what you get out of the box. I'm going to go wear it and come back with my full, fair, and honest review. It looks like the app is going to be Fit Cloud Pro. Again, the HT17 model smartwatch. All right, let's get into this bad boy. Okay, wow. So I wasn't sure if I was going to like the looks of this watch, but it turns out I really, really do. The orange offset on the black bezel looks really good. There's a piece of metal that extends here that kind of helps protect accidental pressings of these buttons. There are two buttons, one on the top right, one on the bottom right. So this little extruding piece of metal is just like a little guard so you don't accidentally press those buttons. The one on the other side really is just to give the watch balance. This doesn't do anything. There are no buttons over here, but it would look awkward if everything is on one side but not the other. So I think they did a really good job balancing out this watch. You press that top right button, and that turns on my display because I have the lift your wrist feature turned off. This has an amazing 450 milliamp hour battery, and I've been wearing it multiple days and it's still at 92%. That said, I turn Bluetooth off most of the time. I only turn Bluetooth on to sync with the app. This will give you 7 days use time and 20 days standby time based on the company specifications. If I swipe from right to left here, this gives me my progress tracker over the course of the day, my heart rate and beats per minute, my sleep tracking from the previous night, and this will pull in weather when attached to your smartphone. This is a little bugaboo of mine. This will only work when connected to your phone via Bluetooth. I prefer watches that store this information in here so you can get your weather forecast from the last time you synced. This one does not have that, just to give you a little warning up front. Here are your sports modes. I don't know how many modes there are, but there are lots of them, including boating. All right, so if you're out there rowing or kayaking or doing whatever you do, there's a sports mode here for you. And if there's too little data to save, it will tell you that. We swipe again, and then we can add any tiles that we want. The only one I'm missing here is music. This is a music controller. It will control the music on your smartphone when tethered via Bluetooth. So this is the watch face I like best. I found this in the app and downloaded it to the watch. I just like a good basic display that's comprehensive. It's easy to read, it's easy to see the time, gives me the day of the week, it gives me the date, gives me my heart rate, gives me my kilocalorie burn, and it gives me my battery life right here at the top. So I like this. To get into other watch faces, you would press and hold, and you can swipe and see what else is in here. There are a number of different ones in here, and there's plenty more in the app, so you're probably going to find one you like, most likely. There are a couple pretty neat little mechanical ones that have little gears that move. It's a little animation. These are pretty neat too, and I think this one with the orange numbers kind of is a nice offset to the orange button on the side. But let's get back to the one I like. If we swipe from the bottom up, this gets you into your SMS messages, and this works fine. I've tested it. It's pretty easy to read. Fairly big display. This is a 1.46-inch display, so I like that. That works fine. You can swipe from left to right, and this gets you into your various other modes here. Here's your blood pressure. Hold on, let me get to the top. Contacts, call records. This is a speakerphone, all right? When tethered to your phone via Bluetooth, this has a built-in microphone and speaker. It works well, and when you are on a call, you have the ability to control the volume right on the screen, so that's really nice. Your call records, voice assistant, I don't really use that. There's your progress screen here, your workout modes, workout records. All right, sleep tracking. I find this gives me way more credit for sleep than I actually sleep. Blood pressure. This does blood pressure and blood oxygen saturation. And if you look carefully on the back, it has a red diode. So this is really only found in sort of the upper end of the low-end smartwatches, if you know what I mean. So this has both the green and red diodes. I find the SpO2 measurement to be fairly accurate. I like it. Like I said, it does blood pressure. You can get your messages. It'll pull in the weather from your phone when tethered. Female cycle tracking, music controller to your phone. Some breath training. It's got a stopwatch, timer, alarm clock, collection code. I don't know exactly what all this is, but I'm guessing you would set up a QR code so people can make payments to you. Same with business card. It's got a calendar here, gives you the day and date, a calculator, find your phone feature, that works. You can use the watch as a remote camera trigger for your the camera on your phone. This has a compass in it too, so this is really cool. You don't find this very often. I like this feature. This is a really, really cool feature for the outdoors person. And then you can get into settings. You can change your display settings, brightness. I've got this at the brightest. Even at the lowest, it's still easy to read and visible. I usually leave it down there to save battery life. But for the purposes of this video review, I've put that all the way up. You can change the amount of time your screen stays on when it comes on, whether you press the button to make it come alive or whether you have the lift your wrist feature on. And then raise to wake, you can turn that on too. And like I said, I usually turn that off to save battery life. So it's got a lot of cool stuff. From the main screen, if you press the bottom right button, this gets you right into your sports modes right away. So it's a little shortcut button to get to where you're going. And those are the main features of this smartwatch. Let's go look at the app. The app here is called Fit Cloud Pro. It's a fairly basic app, but I like it. It gives you your step count for the day, your estimated kilocalorie burn, your estimated distance walked, your step count goal, your sleep. And again, this gave me way too much credit last night, but you can go back and look at the weeks and the months. Like I said, I've been wearing this a number of days. It's the only way for me to really get a feel for these watches, to bring these reviews to you, is to wear them a number of days. Here's my blood pressure. These are my various readings. This is not a medical device. Don't trust this for blood pressure, but it does give you some number to reference. And essentially, I like to tell people, use this as kind of a baseline. Correlate this to a known blood pressure measurement, and if this radically goes up, then go get a real blood pressure measurement and seek medical advice. Don't trust this for blood pressure. It is not a medical device. Blood oxygen saturation, it does that pretty well, pretty credibly in my estimation. Here's your device. Again, it's the HT17. You can set up various alarms and push notifications. You can tell it which ones to push over to your watch. All right. there's a lot of different settings in here, and this one you can change your raise to wake, and you can actually choose whether you want to wear this on your left hand or right hand, your wrist preference. I like this. When I review these smartwatches, when I find one that lets me switch it to my right hand, I'll put it on my right hand to get a head start, while the one I'm going to review next is on my left hand. That helps me speed through these reviews. So this particular watch I've been wearing on my right hand until today, and I just switched it to left hand now. So that's nice, and this is important for a unique feature that I'll talk about in a few minutes. You can set some exercise goals, choose your units, whether metric or imperial, Fahrenheit, Celsius. All right, so a lot of stuff. Google Fit, Health Connect, We Run, and you can get into settings and do some stuff there. It's a basic app, but it's good. I like it. Okay, so my final thoughts here. Wow, for a Bluetooth calling smartwatch, it's IP67 waterproof. It's got a compass, huge battery. Right now, this is the #3 bestseller in Temu for smartwatches. It does SpO2, continuous heart rate, blood pressure, and will pull in the weather. I paid for this with my own money, and that's from the revenue generated from my YouTube channel. I can only do that when you engage with this channel in some way. I like to buy these with the house's money, so to speak, so I can be completely unbiased and tell you exactly what I think. If and when companies send them to me for free, I'll let you know, but this was one I paid for. I paid $24.98 for this on Temu. Right now they're selling it for $19.99. I'll tell you what, I just checked AliExpress, and this watch is selling for $16.59. So I'm going to drop that link below so you can go check it out. All right, here's the kicker, folks. A lot of these have a light up, flashlight feature, which means the whole screen lights up white to let you see in the dark. This one actually has an LED light in the side of the watch. Now, this is a really cool feature. I like it a lot. So I've never seen this feature. I'm guessing that if you left this on for a long time, it would absolutely kill your battery life, but in a pinch, if you need a really bright light, this is going to be way better than all the pixels on your watch face lighting up white. So I really like this feature, I will say that. And then one other thing, if you're wearing this on your left wrist, that flashlight really is oriented in the wrong direction. It's going to shine up toward your elbow, not terribly useful. But when I have this on my right wrist, this is pointed in the right direction when you turn on that flashlight. If you wear this on your right hand and you turn that flashlight on, then it is oriented in the correct location and direction to actually give you light on whatever you have your hands on and whatever you're working with. So I would say this is probably best worn on the right wrist for what that's worth, just because of this flashlight feature. But hey, I'm going to say I really wanted to hate this watch because I thought it was going to be really cheap. But it turns out I love it. For 17 bucks, I think this is an amazing smartwatch. I think it's one of the better options. And let's go back here. When tethered again with your phone, then it'll pull in that weather from your phone. Only when it's tethered with your phone though. So hey, so my final thoughts, I recommend this for 17 bucks or less. I think it's an incredible value. It's a decent, cheap smartwatch. Let's just leave it right there. So check out my smartwatch and fitness tracker reviews on my playlist on my YouTube channel. Come check me out at davethekayaker.com. All these reviews really support my kayaking adventures, so I hope my kayaking fans kind of understand that I have to do these reviews to generate the revenue to keep this channel going. I generally invest that revenue right back into the channel, so help me spread the word. And I got 4 more smartwatches coming over the next week or two, so stay tuned and I'll bring you some more great smartwatches. All right, thank you. Talk to you soon.
When you want an extraordinary racing kayak made in the finest American tradition, or maybe just own a piece of American kayaking history, you want a West Side Boat Shop kayak, now available from davethekayaker.com. West Side Boat Shop kayaks. The tradition continues.